OnlineVideoGames here, and I'm recording this video. Hopefully I can get it right this time. Now, recently, behind me, I'm recording at a unique angle, because now there's many objects in the background, so it gives you more eye candy to look at. But I got the Sony 3D display, and I've yet to open it. I got it at Best Buy for $300 plus tax, so $321, and doesn't factor in the gas money or the time spent waiting in line, getting into Best Buy. And the bundle comes with the 3D glasses, the 3D display, and the HDMI cable and MotorStorm Apocalypse for the PlayStation 3. So let's just talk real quickly about a display, what it means. This is not a TV or it's not a monitor. However, it can be used as a TV or a monitor. It has two HDMI inputs and it has one HD component input. So if you have an HD or a HDMI connection for your graphics card, TV, console, then it can be compatible to work as a TV or a monitor. So the lowest price 3D TV that I was researching when I was looking them up on the internet, it seemed to cost about $700 or $800 plus tax. So basically, to be able to get a 3D TV that also works, that can also be used as a 3D monitor for $300, considering the retail value of a 3D TV, personally I think is a fantastic deal. Although, if you watch this video in a decade from now, you will probably say that, why the hell would you even waste 30 cents on this? Because as technology improves, the price diminishes and keeps going down, 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 and down. And people only buy if the price justifies the value, meaning if this TV was $3,000, I would not think that I guess you could say that the price to spend $3,000 on this TV justifies the value, because it wouldn't, in my opinion, it's not worth $3,000. However, somebody else may say that it is worth $3,000 for this, because you only buy if price justifies value. Just remember that. If you don't think something is worth X amount of dollars, and you won't buy for X amount of dollars. That's why a lot of people love to wait until the price goes down, because they say, oh, this game is mediocre, I may pick it up for $5 or $10, but they're not going to buy it for $65 or $160, whatever the retail value is. So let's talk about this TV real quick. So for Black Friday, I got for the same price as this one, I got actually I think it's $2 less, but for $298 or $300, I got a 1080p 46-inch HD TV at Target on Black Friday, and this is made by Westinghouse. TV is fantastic. So 24 inches is nearly half the size, because 24 times 2 is 48, and this one's 46. So this one's nearly half the size. Actually, it's slightly larger than half the size, but it has a 240 Hz refresh rate. What else does this TV have? It has two HDMI inputs and one HD component input, and you can play video games in 1080p. It's supposed to have excellent quality as well as excellent sound. However, I was reading forums at the website known as www.cheapassgamer.com, and people were complaining about how the monitor or the 3D display blacks out when you're using it to play 3D games on a computer, and now there's issues when you're using it to play the Old Republic on a computer. So in other words, there's just issues when you're using it as a computer monitor, from what I've heard from them. It may just be their display, or maybe all the displays in general though. But then I've also heard that some people had no problems when they were using this as a TV. However, regardless of what people's complaints are, they were saying that there's not great customer service or customer support for this TV. In other words, if there's a problem, you're basically you're basically stuck if there's not customer service to help you fix your problem, and you're unable to return a unit that's defective. Then you just wasted your money. But hopefully this will work. If not, though, then it was a giant waste of $321. But I'm buying it because I mean, I'm assuming that it's going to work. If it was guaranteed to not work, then it wouldn't be worth anything. So the 3D glasses alone retail for $700. I mean $70. Sorry, maybe they retailed for $700 when they first came out. Yeah, but they usually retail for $70 or $50. HDMI cable is worth at least $10, and most of my Apocalypse original retail at value is $65. So $60 plus tax, so nearly $65. But I'm unsure where I'm going to put this though, where would be the best spot. And my graphics card is on HDMI, so I'm unable to use this as a computer monitor right now. Maybe in the future. What else did I want to say? So I'm unable to use it as a computer monitor right now, but I really think that the idea to be able to experience my games that are compatible with 3D, and 3D is just a fantastic feature that expands the lifespan of the game, and the images from Blu-ray and 3D pop out at you. It's a whole other experience. The oh yeah, this is a real cool feature about 3D. I don't understand how this works, so I would really want someone to explain it to me. But essentially, when you're playing a two-player game, it's normally split screen, right? So you look at the left side, your friend looks at the right, but regardless of what you guys are doing, is still distracting because I don't get the whole entire screen, and even though I'm trying to focus on the left side, I mean, sometimes I would get distracted with the right side, and the right side is in the background though. So in other words, it's a distraction. But somehow, when you're using a 3D display, if you want to play a two-player split-screen game, and you apparently, I guess, if you have the glasses on, you just see a full screen. So maybe the TV appears split screen, and then when you put on the glasses, you see the full screen. I'm unsure how that works though, but maybe the 3D pops out to block the right side of the screen for yourself, and then for your friend's side of the screen, the 3D pops out to block the left side of the screen for your friend, and maybe there's just multiple layers of images. I'm not sure how that works, but that's just an amazing feature. Although, I guess it could be damaging for your eyes if you play 3D games for extended periods of time. So, I guess 3D applies for the golden rule of try to play 3D in moderation, meaning take breaks a lot. Don't play for extended periods of time. Don't play for 8 hours in a row. You can damage your eyes. But if you want to play, I guess, for 10 minutes, and then switch back to 2D or take a break and do something else, and I don't see how. I just hope that isn't detrimental to your health or to your eyes. But this really expands the lifespan of the games. I mean, I can play them now in 2D. I can play them now in 3D. I can use a Move. I can use a Kinect. What else? And then I can use a, well, I don't have the racing rule yet, but I can use a Mortal Kombat Tournament Edition arcade stick. And then if you want to play a game such as House of Dead 2 and 3 Returns, you could use a Perfect Shot. And the Perfect Shot will give you the remote control that's similar to the similar to the experience that you get in an arcade when you're using a controller that looks similar and feels similar to the Perfect Shot controller when you're playing House of Dead 2 and 3 Returns. So all I'm saying is that those accessories, those additional features, they expand the lifespan of the game because they give you a plethora of new options. So if you have 5 different types of controls, you could find one that suits your needs the best, and maybe if you beat the game with one controller on normal, you may want to try a different controller on hard that may work better. For example, if you play Need for Speed and you beat it on normal with a PlayStation 3 remote with a DualShock controller, with a DualShock 3 or whatever it's called, and then you want a different experience, you could play it with a racing wheel on hard, and even though the racing wheel may be harder to adjust to, I guess it's a higher skill ceiling than the remote control because there's a lot more precision when you're using that wheel. So you may be able to it's essentially you may be able to play a completely different game when you're using that wheel on a different challenge, because the game gets gradually harder and your controls now are completely different than the controls you have previously used. So what I have to say about 3D, I mean, I think it's excellent to be able to have another way to experience games, and hope this was a worthwhile purchase. I mean, Best Buy price matches or items. As this was originally 500, then it went down to 400, then it went down to 300. But if the lowest price TV is $700, $800, and you really want a 3D TV, even though this is a 3D display, I mean, I would assume that this is the lowest priced way to go in terms of being able to view your video games in 3D. Plus, this comes with a game, the HDMI cable, and the 3D glasses. So, thanks for watching this video, and you may want to get a Sony PlayStation 3 remote or Bluetooth or Blu-ray remote. I think a Bluetooth remote is backwards compatible with the PS3 or the display. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. OnlineVideoGames signing out.